The state didn't want this out. Fraud inside Kentucky's transportation cabinet. Licenses issued without a driver's test.
It is an ongoing WDRB investigation, and tonight we hear from a whistleblower who says coworkers used her login to pull off this scheme.
Who that is?
Chesley Major. Chesley Major.
Chesley Major.
Chesley Major.
The employees were being paid underneath the table.
They say sometimes
I usually let my supervisor know about it.
truth hurts. Did you ever think that this would cost you your job?
No,
And for Melissa Mormon,
I was angry for a long time.
this is one of those.
It hurts me that I'm talking about this and I actually like where I was working at.
Times.
I came in to the office that day, my computer was shut down, I was told to go to the front door. Detectives came in, they interviewed me, that was it.
Mormon says she was fired 3 months after she sent this letter to the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, blowing the whistle that workers at the NIA Center licensing branch were selling driver's licenses under the table to people who never took the driver's test.
Undocumented workers.
How did it work? What was going on?
The undocumented workers would come into the office in groups. They would provide them either permits or driver's license illegally. So they were bypassed without even taking the test.
How much?
$200 a person.
Up to 5 times a day, she says. Was this an everyday thing?
Almost, yes.
I first reported on the driver's license fraud investigation in April after getting my hands on one of the state's revocation letters. We learned the transportation cabinet sent more than 1,500 of them in 5 months, telling drivers their license was issued in error and must be returned or they could be criminally charged. At the time, state officials confirmed at least 2 terminations, and ongoing state and federal investigations focused on the NIA Center in West Louisville and the E-Town license branch. But they denied all of our records requests, withholding 2,300 documents on the fraud. Mormon's story fills in the blanks.
I found out it may have been going on for a couple of years before it was found out.
Hold on a second. I got to stop this right here because this has been going on for decades in Florida. She's saying maybe a little while, like a couple years in Kentucky. But even that is horrible. Imagine that. A bunch of illegals with driver's license.
We're told it wasn't as simple as people getting state-issued driver's license or permits without taking a test. She says 2 of her colleagues at the NIA Center approached her with a business venture, asking if she wanted to get in on the scheme.
I was asked to bring certain customers in, and they are brought in to me without signing in. And you would scan their documents as usual.
Documents made to look legitimate, like birth certificates and social security cards, according to the letter she wrote to the state. But a key to pulling off this scheme was making sure the required Homeland Security screening was never run.
I start getting these emails saying, are you doing this? Are you doing this? Are you doing this?
And that's where it unraveled. She says those workers were using her login, a password she says her bosses made her share, as all workers at the driver's license branch did not have their own. Mormon was training to be a supervisor.
I'm not even at my desk because I'm doing various duties, or I'm not there for the day. So, things start kind of coming together. I'm like, what's going on?
Was it always undocumented workers?
Yes.
Every time?
Every time.
Now, he keeps saying undocumented workers. Well, let's just cut to the chase. Illegal, undocumented migrants is what they are. Illegal migrants coming over here, paying under the table to get driver's license as if they passed the test, but they didn't. Let's get back to it.
It does not surprise me.
Adrian Trevetti helps people trying to obtain legal status, an immigration attorney for 14 years.
For those immigrants that don't have a pathway to obtain legal status, having a driver's license could mean the difference between getting home from work safely, to their children, to their wives or husbands, and not for a relatively small price to be able to have that chance of avoiding deportation, even just for that day. they're willing to take it.
See, now, the way this lady's speaking about the situation, she's speaking as if it's not a problem, when we all know it is a problem. It is a very big problem. Every time I look up, another damn illegal's wrecked out. But let's get back into
This
it.
license scheme exploited people.
So I didn't want no parts of it.
Mormon says she wrote this letter with her boss on October 29th, and she spoke to detectives 3 months later. She was fired the same day.
Gut punch, yes. Very hard gut punch.
She was 2 years and 3 months onto the job, but she didn't technically work for the state. Mormon was a contractor for Quantum, a staffing agency that Kentucky hired to help fill positions in driver's license branches when they took licensing away from the county clerks.
Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Mr. Van Staten, this is Gilbert Corsi from WDRB News. The Michigan-based company did not return our calls or emails. It hung up.
It's shocking. Why would an employer punish and take retribution on an employee that reported this wrongdoing?
Mormon story. Now the heart of a whistleblower lawsuit going after both the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet
She should be a hero.
and Quantum Solutions.
There's a failure to supervise these employees. There were obviously no checks and balances.
Kentucky State Police is on it. There are serious concerns, and we'll hold anybody accountable if they violated the law.
That's basically all Governor Andy Beshear would say as we pressed on this case in April. But there was a part of our interview that didn't make our prior report, and it may be important now. Is there an immigration component to this?
Not that I'm aware of.
Hang up, please.
WDRB is fighting in court for the paper trail to be made public, uncovering who knew what and when. Sometimes the truth does hurt. The Transportation Cabinet has a deadline this week to respond in court on why it withheld every single document, 2,300 records from our request. We will keep you updated.
Now let's get straight to it. First off, Andy Beshear, Governor Andy Beshear, he is a total POS. Absolutely. Because he a goddamn lie if he gonna look me in my eye face to face and tell me there isn't an immigration component to this as far as he's concerned, as far as he knows. Now, he know good goddamn well that there's an immigration component to this. If it's been going on for years, it's been going on with him knowing, or at least some of the people around him knowing. See, the thing is, the Democrats and the Republicans are both in on this immigration thing. See, them folks, they like to take both sides of the argument. They play both sides of the field. You understand? They knew what was going on. They was helping these people get these driver's licenses. But see, some people don't need license. Everybody doesn't deserve to have license. And just because you can drive a car in South America, Cuba, or wherever the hell you from, Africa, that doesn't mean you can drive in our streets. I've been to a lot of these third world countries. Their driving has nothing to do with signals and signs. It's whoever's got the right of way. You go, I go, you go, I go. Yeah. So their knowledge of driving has nothing to do with what goes on in the States, and it's very dangerous. But the young lady spoke her truth. She said what she needed to say. She went and alerted the authorities. She went and told the higher ups, hey, this is what's going down. And in the end, they let her go. These people came to her with an offer she couldn't refuse. And she refused it. She said, I don't want no parts of that. She was already training to be a supervisor. That's good money. As far as she was concerned anyways, she didn't need the extra $200 a person. $200 for somebody to get out here and take a life because they don't know how to drive. Let's be honest. It's not worth it. She understood that, and she gracefully bowed out and said, you know what, I don't want no parts of this. But yet and still, she was villainized, even fired for not going along with the play. And that's how it went down, and I'm glad she lawyered up. And now I'm glad the media has got a hold to this, because it's been going on forever. I did a video about this, about the CDLs, about all of the Hispanics who can't speak English, but they're driving CDL trucks. And they haven't passed the test. They're getting them from the CDL places in Florida for the low. It's been going on for decades. But now, it must come to a halt. These people been running wild out here unchecked, doing whatever the fuck they want for the longest. Meanwhile, you throw black people in the slammer for driving with suspended license. Damn. But anyways, that's all I got, guys. Let me know what you think about this situation. Young lady blew a whistle, tried to alert the authorities and the higher-ups about what was going on in her office, and they let her go. Leave a comment. Share it with a friend. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. You can also support the channel by smashing the like button and hitting that icon bell down below so you'll get a notification every time I drop a new video. See you on the next one. Peace.